Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone video, and on this video I am going to show you all how to get your hands on one of the best weapons in the main Days Gone game extremely quickly. I am of course referring to the SMP-9 sidearm. Now in order to get your hands on one of these bad boys early, you are required to take out 4 hordes. Now this is actually a bit of a tall order given that you have very limited resources at the start of the main Days Gone game, and as well as this, any of the guns that you have early game are really quite poor. However folks, I assure you if you follow my very easy set of instructions and steps, you can get your hands on one of these bad boys in around 30 minutes of leaving Copeland's camp. Now, I stress Copeland's camp for a very good reason, because there is actually quite a lengthy prologue that you have to complete first. And I am going to show this of sorts. I'm basically going to show it as a series of short videos where the story will get sort of told, but without focusing too much on the sections that require you doing lots of stuff. However, there is one section that I am going to show because it is extremely important. There is one item that you can get very early game that if you do have it will make taking out one of these hordes so much easier. And for that reason I will be showing that particular section of the prologue. But everything else will be basically shown as a shortened version, so let's get to it folks.
She's burning out. The knife must have nicked her kidney or something. She's turning septic.
She's been wounded.
What's wrong with her?
Well, she's not. Whatever the hell's going on out there, she's been stabbed.
I can't take it anymore.
Oh, okay.
I got volunteered for this. I'm not even supposed to be out here.
Marion.
Okay. Shit. I've only got room for 2 of you, okay? 2.
You're gonna be all right.
I got her.
I'm gonna be right back. Shit, she's alive. Alvarez, hey. Alvarez. What happened? Search him. Bleeding out. Leon's bike. No. God damn. What? Son of a bitch. Isn't it secure?
Shit, how you want to do this?
Loan me your shotgun. I'll walk point.
Got you. Deke? Deke! Hey, Deke, bro.
I've been thinking about what you said about riding north.
Just saying, you need to get away from here. Clear your head, you know?
In the morning, let's turn in the bounties, and we'll hit the road.
Hell yeah, brother. Now you're talking.
Not tonight.
Run, you stinking sons of bitches!
Come on, that's right. Here I am, motherfuckers. Oakville's right here.
Right then folks, this is the one part of the prologue that I actually want to show in its entirety because this part is important. In the run-up for actually getting the hordes taken care of, there is one particular item in this area that I badly want. And if you don't go about it the right way, you will miss it, because it's very easily missable. This section is basically set up for you to go around the right hand side of, and that's precisely what I'm going to be doing. But this area also is very rich with kerosene and a few other items. Basically, this section is designed to show you about stealth, but at the same time, this area is absolutely loaded with items that you can get which will craft Molotovs. As well as that, folks, there is actually one fully made Molotov that is available, and I'm going to show you all exactly where that is. But anyways, at the moment I'm just following the path that basically the game intends you to follow. Or certainly, this is certainly the easiest way of going about this section. You're looking to get into this house here, and very important, you're basically looking to loot the shit out of it. There are a few items inside. However, here is the first important section. Out there is a freaker going about its business. I'm just going to take it out nice and easy with stealth, but look what is beside it. If I pick that up, yep, it is a fully made Molotov. Don't even need to get the parts for that one. That is all ready to go. So, in here, there is also a baseball bat. I'm going to take that because at the moment I don't have any melee weapons. Again, if you open this fridge here, and there we go, there's more items, and I'm actually going to take the time to use one of these at the moment, just to get my health back up a touch. And from here, we're looking to exit via this way. Now, once I'm out here, that building over there is where I'm heading to next. That is the most important part of all for this, because basically there is an attractor inside that building. But in order to get this attractor, you have to get the code for the safe that it is contained within. So again, I'm just using a little bit of stealth here. Yep, it looks all reasonably safe at this point. You don't have to be doing this too quickly, but at the same time, it doesn't take that long to do. And by the way, any plants that you happen to come across, collect them. They're not useful at the moment, but they will be useful later on in the game. And here we go. That drawer there, you want to be collecting what's in it, because that is the combination to the safe. And then basically, once I've checked over here, one of these two doors, I can't quite remember which, will actually go into the next room. And I think it is actually the other one, but yes, I am now correct. It most definitely is the other one. This one right here. Once you go in here, you're looking to turn to your right, and oh, very nice, there is some more kerosene right there. I will have that, thank you very much. And here is the safe. Because I now have the combination, I can open it, and there we go. That is what I am looking for. These are so rare to get a hold of so early in the game. So the fact that you have the chance of getting one of these in the prologue section is huge. And yep, more kerosene. And basically from here, folks, yeah, I'm just checking in there just in case. There is a rag there as well. Yep, I'll be taking that. From here, folks, it's quite literally a case now of taking all the items from the garage, but basically the hard work is done. As long as you get that fully crafted Molotov cocktail, but more importantly, that attractor, then you really are all set for when you finally reach Copeland's camp.
Boozer, you there? I found the part. I'm heading out to the highway.
Deep hot rippers! Rippers!
These tats are dead symbols of a dead man. Dead symbols of the lost.
Boozer.
I'm gonna kill them all.
Boozer.
Fucking one of them.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Let me help you up.
I got this.
No, you don't. Get up.
Fucking rippers.
Shit.
Thought we'd never make it.
Hey, why don't you wait out here? Let me make sure it's all clear. Here you go.
Thanks, brother. Just feel kind of naked without it.
Boozer, are you awake?
Yeah, Deke. What's up?
I just saw someone sneaking around the safe house.
What'd you find? It's just like I said. Those drifters we saw riding on the same bike, they're holed up just up the road.
Yeah? No shit.
Right, folks, this is a marauder camp that you actually have to take out shortly before getting to Copeland's camp. It's only 6 strong, and there's really not much to it. You can take this entire camp out basically with stealth, but I'm just showing it very quickly, and it's quite literally to stress the point. Once you've taken out all the marauders, make sure to loot everything that's in sight before moving on.
That's the last of them. Must have followed us here. Sons of bitches. Stay. My bike's gone.
The hell is my bike? Hey, stop! White, god damn it! I didn't take your bike, man. I swear. I'm not gonna kill you. Stop running. You gotta have it. Open up! St. John, is that you? Some son of a bitch stole my bike. Know nothing about that. Gotta go talk to Van.
It like rattling around back there.
Deke, let's talk.
You call this piece of shit a bike?
I know. It's not... Look, I'll keep an eye out for more parts. I'll hook you up. I swear.
Okay, and what about my custom gas tank, Manny? You know, the one that I got from my dead wife. You gonna keep an eye out for that one, too?
Jesus, Deke, I'm sorry.
Just get the fuck out of my way.
And that is it, folks. That is pretty much the prologue section taken care of. You now have a bike. You've now visited Copeland's camp. You are now ready to fucking rock and roll. Let's do this. Right then, folks. Here we go. This is the state of play at the moment, folks. I have basically reached Copeland's camp. I have spoken to Copeland. And afterwards, I have been given a bike. And this is basically the first time in the game where you are properly let loose on the main Days Gone game. Now, in order to get the SMP-9, you require to kill 4 hordes. Now, you will probably think that you're not well enough equipped to do this, but you will be amazed. Over the course of this video, folks, I'm going to show a series of steps that will allow you to get the SMP-9 very easily and very quickly. Now, before I show you where I'm heading for the first horde, I'll just very quickly show you what I have in my inventory. I have at the moment an M7, which I picked up from one of the marauders from the camp that I took out just before arriving at Copeland's, which everybody has to take out. I also have a 9mm, which you automatically get. You can't possibly not have this weapon. And as well as that, I have a crossbow. Now, the crossbow I have already basically accessed by going into a locker in order to get it. If you don't have that crossbow at this point, folks, just basically head over to the merchants. In fact, I'll just show you.
Yeah?
Access the locker and then go to special. It will be there. I've already armed it, so I don't need to redo that again. As you can see here, sidearm, you have a 9mm as well. Again, mine's is already in place. Now, the primary, because I have picked that up from a marauder, it's not in the locker. The only weapons that appear in the locker are ones that you have either earned through the game or weapons that you purchase from the merchants. But there is no weapons to purchase from this particular merchant. So
Not enough credits?
it's basically getting to the action now, folks.
Man, I don't want no trouble.
Now, this is how you get to the first horde. The first horde that I'm going to be taking out is basically called the Proxy Falls Horde. And you ideally want to be taking them out at night time. And it's very handy because I'm looking up at the map here and it's saying 9:15 PM. This is how you get to the first horde, folks. Basically, focus in on the map here, or basically zoom in. From your starting position, move over to the right. When you get to this road part here, just follow it down. Eventually, it will stop at this point because the rest of the map is basically hazed over in white. However, if you know exactly where you're going, it's not a problem. I basically am looking to head down to round about this spot here, because eventually it's this area here that I'm going to start to head down with the bike, but that is the location I'm looking to get to first. So from here, I'll come out of this, get on the bike, and it is a heap of shit, but it will do the job. Right then folks, here we go. Step number 1, locate and destroy the Proxy Falls Horde. Now, I'm looking for this horde at night for a very good reason. Basically because their feeding ground and their drinking ground are very close to Copeland's camp. They do also have a cave, but it is further away. And not only that folks, when you see exactly how I take out this horde, you'll see why I'm looking for them at night. Now, there are 3 hordes in the Cascade region that automatically unlock from the very beginning, and this is one of them, hence why this is one of the 4 hordes that I'm going to be looking to take out. Now, I'm pretty much just about at the point where I marked on the map, so I am now, from here, looking to head down to the left-hand side here. There is a track, and once you start heading down here, the horde's feeding ground is directly over to my right. And they're not there. That is brilliant, folks. I always prefer to have them being at the watering ground, because basically the watering ground is at the very bottom of this roadway here, and it gives you a long time to basically get the setup for this particular method of destruction. So I head right down here, and there they are. This horde is 50 strong, by the way, folks, so I'm just looking to get their attention. I won't exactly get that many kills because I'm just using a 9mm at the moment. Something that I do have to mention though, I do have every patch perk available to me. And it doesn't make a ridiculous amount of difference for a lot of the things that I'm going to be showing on this video, but shooting from the bike, yes, it's certainly a lot more accurate. But anyways, on to the method, folks. Yeah, it's annoying when you get some of these things that come up at the very beginning, but this is what I'm looking to do. Head to here, basically walk onto this trunk area there, and from there, head to that part of the rock. And you'll see exactly why I'm going here, folks, because this is the beauty of this spot. It is virtually untouchable. And from here, all those lovely Molotovs that I was able to craft earlier on from getting all the items from Crazy Joe's are now going to come into full effect. Because I have, potentially I've got 5 Molotovs available to me. I won't require them all, but I will probably need at least 4 of them. But this is how you take care of the first horde. Nice and easy. And like I say, folks, I can't ever recall anyone taking out this horde in this manner. And there is 3 other hordes which I'm going to take out in a very similar fashion. In fact, of the 4 hordes that I've got to take out, only one of the methods will probably be familiar, and that is the method that I'm going to apply to the Death Train horde. But anyways, on to the job in hand here. Again, it's just raining down terror on the hapless freakers below me. Now at this point, I'm definitely starting to get the numbers down, so I'm just going to take the time to do a little bit of shooting here. One of the handy things about this particular location is the fact that because the freakers are so close to you, that the 9mm is actually not useless. It will actually kill the freakers. The other thing is, folks, because all the freakers are directly below you, you don't have any need for attractors. This area really is a fantastic spot to take out this horde. Now, once I've taken out this horde, oh, and there we go, I will take the time to show exactly where the horde will be if they are feeding, and just show how the setup changes slightly. There's not much difference to it, but there is a slight difference. It's quicker to get going, but it is slightly riskier. Right then, folks, this is how you take out the Proxy Falls horde if they are at their feeding ground. Now, as you can see, they are right over there on my right hand side, so I am looking to stop the bike as quickly as possible. Just before that first tree there is a nice spot. From here, I'm running down, looking to get onto the fallen tree here, quickly off it and onto that part of the rock. And unlike with the setup for when I'm getting the Horde from the watering area, you actually have to pay attention that none of the freakers try and cross over that fallen tree. It very rarely happens, but if it is going to happen, it will happen when you are attracting them from their feeding ground. Now, another thing I'm doing here very quickly is showing you that not all of the hordes actually come over. And they won't immediately come over by the 9mm. But if you start using the 9mm on the horde that is already below you, watch what happens. And this does happen every time, folks, because I've checked this out on a few occasions. Once you actually start taking out the horde down here, along come the rest of the horde. And, well, I seen there that there was one of the freakers that thought about trying to get over, but basically once you stop seeing them running past you, you know you're safe. And then from here, folks, you can take out the horde just in the same way as what I showed before. It's basically from here, Molatov style. And that's it, job done. Right then, folks, that is step 1 done and dusted, and if I don't mind saying so, very easily. Okay, at this point I'm moving on to step 2, and this involves heading back to Copeland's camp. So basically I am playing this on normal difficulty level, and because of that I have the luxury of fast travel, and you can bet I'm going to use it. Once I get back to Copeland's camp, I'm looking to do 2 things. The first is to basically hand in the free careers and get the camp credits for them. And the second thing I'm going to do is to head over to the merchants and restock on the 9mm pistol ammo. So, first things first, over here.
Hey, Deke. I just need to let you know something. I saw when they brought your bike in. I knew it was yours the second I saw it.
Yeah, is that right?
You knew it was my bike, but you still let them part it out, you fucking bitch! However, it's a good job Deke doesn't fucking shoot women, eh? That's my excuse. Right, okay, at this point I'm just looking to get ammunition for the pistol, and the pistol only. There is a very good reason for this, and I will explain this in a bit, but right now that is the job done and dusted here. Now, I do not need to bother with getting any fuel for the bike, because the next step in this process is that I'm going to fast travel to O'Leary Mountain Safehouse. And once I'm here, folks, fuel is not an issue, because inside the grounds here there is a barrel absolutely full of fuel. Basically, it's a never-ending supply, folks, so you never need to worry about fuel whenever you're heading to the O'Leary Mountain Safehouse. So, once I've got this taken care of, there is just 2 other things that I need to do at this area before moving on. The first is to pick up any of the items that are in the grounds here, because it will basically give me more supplies for making more Molotovs. And once I have done that, I'm looking to head up into the building and then basically get Deke heading for a sleep. That will basically turn the cycle from the night time to the day. And basically once I've got that done, then I can move on to step number 4. Yeah, as you can see there, folks, it is still 12:10 AM, and that is no good. I ideally want it during the day. There are less freakers about, and it's just a bit safer, folks. So.
It's like Luther says, I hear a bunk call my name.
Okay, folks, now that I have daylight, it's on to step number 4. Locate and destroy the Death Train Horde. Now, at the start of the video, folks, I did show one section of the prologue where I managed to get my hands on an Attractor. Now, the reason I wanted the Attractor was for this very Horde, because when you have an Attractor, this Horde becomes one of the easiest to take out in the entire Days Gone game. But before you actually get to the Horde, you've got to find it. And this is how you do it, folks. basically from the O'Leary Mountain safe house, I'm just going to go on up until I get to that section right there, and from there I'm just basically moving over diagonally down to my left, and you can see the outline of the train and the Nero camp that's beside it. That is the location, folks. So let's just head over there right now. Right, and folks, I'm just about at the location now. I can see the carriages there over on the right hand side, so I'll be heading over to the left here. I'm basically looking to park the bike, yep, just around here. That'll be fine. Basically because this tent area here has some items outside and also inside the tent. So I want to get these because there will basically be enough to craft a Molatov. There is also some ammunition here, which I'll be quite honest, I don't actually need because I'm not going to be using the rifle. But those items there, they will most definitely be used. Now, the method for taking out this horde is a very simple one. I just require the 9mm and I require one attractor. I do actually have two, and the only reason I have two is that I actually picked up an attractor off a dead marauder earlier on. So I got very lucky. But luck has nothing to do with it if you follow this video, because there is one at Crazy Joe's which I show in the prologue section. But here we go with the method, folks. I'm basically wanting to get up to the carriage section here. I want to get nice and close, basically, so that once I start firing this weapon, all of the horde hears me, because I want them coming out in all their numbers. The Death Train horde is only 50 strong. And here we go. I'm just going to make sure I arm an attractor. I want it thrown there. And the reason I want it thrown there is this. That tanker that I've basically placed it beside will take out 50 freakers with its blast. And I was hoping to get them all with that one shot. However, there is only one of them left, so this is going to be very short work indeed. And that was a good shot. And there we go. That is step 4, basically taken care of. All I basically need to do now, after applying these skill points, of course, because whenever you get skill points, always use them. The first one I'm basically going to use, which will allow me to repair any melee weapons. I think that should be the first choice for anyone. After that though, folks, it's just whatever you feel will be of most benefit to you. I'm not going to start giving big speeches as to you should be using this, you should be using that. Everybody has their own play style, so from there, just do what you like, folks. But basically, to end step 4, I am just going to collect all of the free careers, and then I will be ready to rock and roll. Okay folks, on to step number 5, and that is basically I'm going to head over to the Marion Forks Nero Checkpoint and open it. Basically, it's a nice easy job to get to there from here. I just marked the entrance to the tunnel there, but where I've marked on the map right now, that is exactly where I am heading for next. And there's a couple of reasons why I'm basically looking to head this way. Basically, the first one, and probably the most important, is that once I've opened up this checkpoint, it basically acts as a fast travel point for myself. So it makes the job of getting the SMP-9 that bit quicker. As well as this, folks, it's not a difficult checkpoint to open up. There's only 4 speakers that have to be disabled before basically getting the generator fired up, and you do have a set of fuses that you need to find as well, but I'll show you how to do all that, folks, because it really is a very quick checkpoint in order to get opened up. But right now I've actually got to get through this tunnel section first, and that will basically involve moving just 2 vehicles. You only ever have this problem the first time that you're actually going through this tunnel. Once you've moved these vehicles, that's it. You will be able to get through this tunnel hassle-free pretty much every time. So, but yeah, I was just about to say I might get 1 or 2 problems with freakers in this bit, and yeah, I was right. However, not a problem. I'll just take care of them right now. Sod's law, there is 2 of them, but never mind. Ah, there we go. Nice. Okay, and here we are. This is the Marion Forks Nero Checkpoint. And as I mentioned before, it is a nice, easy checkpoint to take care of. First of all, I'm basically going to get the fuses that are required. They are in here. After that, I am now looking to disable the 4 speakers that are in this particular checkpoint area. So this is the first. There is another one on the other side. Okay, that's grand. There is another 2, but before I go to them, I'm basically just going to go in here and basically collect the items that are in here, and obviously the most important thing, get the petrol. And that's where I'm going to be using it next, so I might as well just throw it over there. But before I do that, I want these other 2 speakers taken care of. As you can see, folks, this doesn't take too long. After this, I just need to get off the building. First things first, I need the fuses in place here. Yep.
God damn it.
I already have them. I have picked them up.
Now we're in business.
Okay, just about job done. I just have to now make sure that there is petrol in the generator here. And once I've filled it up, I should be able to start this bad boy, and that's it. I should be able to enter the building. But what I'm actually going to do, I'll just throw that over there, because before moving on, I do want to refill the bike. Yeah, and there we go. Nice. That is the place up and running. And the last thing to do before leaving this area is basically to open up this box and use one of the Nero injectors. And for myself, folks, I always go for focus first. I then work on stamina after that, and then health. But as I mentioned before, folks, it's entirely up to yourselves how you do it. Right then, folks, on to step number 6. Basically, I'm looking to head into Marion Forks for a whole load of resources. This basically involves just 2 houses that I'm looking to raid. And inside these 2 are a great number of supplies, folks. But before I do that, I'm going to take out this freaker just for the hell of it. Okay, and before we leave, I am going to make sure to refuel the bike. It's actually not too bad either. Okay, now that's done, let's head. Now, I will get marked on the map right now exactly where I'm going. Because from here, it is a very short trip to get to Marion Forks. And the house that I'm basically heading to is basically right beside that triangle. So, off we go. This is the first port of call. As I said before, folks, there is a second building as well, but I will show that on the map once I have got all the items from this first one. And it is basically just right up here, folks. Right then, folks. Basically, for both of these buildings that I'm about to go into, there is a very specific way to get to the rooms that you need to get to. And for this one, it's basically just heading around the side of the building, up the hay bales, and from here into this room right here. And look at all these goodies. One attractor bomb, one proximity bomb, one proximity mine. There is also a hatchet melee weapon. There's a med kit right there. The SAF-12, very important. That's why I never bothered basically refilling the rifle with ammo, because once I get the SAF-12, I have no further use for the rifle at all. Now, that is everything from building number 1. The second building is right there, folks. That is where I'm heading next. So, there's not much to this. Just back out of the building. Just over here. Be careful not to hit that frickin' bear trap. And, yep, from here, I'm just looking to head over to the main part of the town here. And for this section here, I don't have any nitros for the bikes, so you basically only have one option for getting over there. And it's, well, that's certainly the safest one that does the least amount of damage to the bike. Now then, folks, if you're ever in a situation like this and you have the chance of helping someone out or saving a hostage, basically by killing a few freakers, I strongly advise you to do so. Because basically, as well as getting camp credits, depending on whatever camp you actually send them to, you will also get trust points for that particular region, depending on where the camp is located. So it doesn't take that much of your time to do, so you might as well just do yourself a favour, especially when it's early game as well. So this will basically go through the rigmarole of them saying, oh, thank you so much, and all the rest of it, and then basically you direct the person to whichever camp you want them to go to. Now, as I have only unlocked Copeland's camp, I don't have any other choices, but if you were in Lost Lake region and whatnot, and if you had opened up the camp at Belknap as well, you would have those options available to you. However, right, back to the job in hand. I'm heading over to the second building, and it's actually this hotel right here, folks. Now, as with the first building, there is a very specific way to get to the rooms that you need to get to in order to get the items. And again, this one is round the side. You're looking for this part here, climb right up, and then into the first room, and then just check out all these good bits and bobs. There's ammunition there. There is a sniper rifle, very handy to have, especially early game. In here there is a med kit. As well as that, there is also a frag grenade and an attractor, and there is also a flashbang. Now, also more ammunition here, but that's not where it finishes, folks. If you move across a couple of windows in here, you will also find a dead guy that you can loot. As well as that, there is a pipe bomb in the toilet. Not only that, there is another melee weapon there. I'm choosing not to take this one. And in the next room, another person to loot. And as well as that, there is also a Molatov and a med kit. But I can't take any of those because I am full up. But that's it, folks. That is me ready for the next step. Right then, folks, on to step number 7, locating and destroying the lava arch horde. And this is where you find them. Basically, folks, I brought up the map, go to that fuel symbol, and then move the cursor up. Basically, right until you get to that road area there, and where it turns to the left, you're basically looking to take the cursor over to your left. And that area right there, folks, that is where the lava arch horde resides during the day. Because I'm taking this one out during the day. As well as that, folks, I will also be taking out the last horde during the day. There is no alternate locations for any of these other hordes. The only one where you could get that sort of problem was basically the very first one, the Proxy Falls Horde. But anyways folks, this is the only horde that I'm going to be taking out that is in the Belknap region. Now, the Lava Arch Horde is, you son of a fucking bitch. Yep, it is the Days Gone world. You are going to encounter encounters like this, so I'm going to have to take care of this first before I go any further, folks. And yeah, I don't have fantastic weapons, so I do need to get reasonably close in order to take care of that sniper. Okay, something very interesting actually happened there when I was taking out one of the marauders. One of the patch perks that I have, and it's from the ambush camp rush, actually came into effect there because I went to take out one of the marauders there and actually took out 2 of them with 1 shot, which was quite cool. And also, something else that I've just realised while I was taking care of them there, I actually have a frickin' sniper rifle. I could have taken out that sniper in the tree a little bit easier than what I chose to, but never mind. Job is now done. I've just basically got to repair the bike now, and then it's back to the matter at hand. And as I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted, the horde that I'm going for now, the Lava Arch Horde, this is the only horde I will be taking out from the Belknap region, and it is 50 strong. In fact, basically folks, all 4 of these hordes that I'm taking out over the course of this video are all 50 strong. So they're not huge numbers, but they can be problematic at the start of the game, unless you're taking them out in the ways that I'm taking them out. And rest assured folks, now that I have got some more supplies, and the Attractor bomb especially, which is the one that I'm going to be using for the next horde, these will make the job so much easier. And yeah, so let's get this done, folks. Right then folks, let's do this. This is how you take out the Lava Arch Horde easily and quickly. It's basically a 3-parter, folks. First of all, looking to get all of the horde out of the cave that they're currently in. And I'm going to kick down that thing just for the fucking hell of it. Basically, once I have their numbers coming out of this cave, I'm looking to lay down an Attractor bomb. The Attractor bomb will do 2 things. It will basically heavily reduce their numbers, but not only that, it will give me time to get to the last location that I'm going to take out the remainder of the horde. So just having a quick look there, yep, I've got all of them coming out, so that's grand. The Attractor bomb will do its thing. It will take out 20 of the freakers, and from here, I'm looking to head down here, just hop over this fence line, then get back up into that corner. 1 or 2 shots just to entice the rest of the horde, because 1 or 2 of them will have seen me anyhow, but it does no harm just to let off 1 or 2 rounds just so they know exactly where I am. And from here, because they are so close, the SAF actually does a really good job. And of course, if you're basically looking for headshots as well, you take care of them even quicker. And there we go, folks. That is the Lava Arch Horde, done and dusted. Nice and quick, nice and safe, as pretty much all my methods are for these hordes, because at the start of the game you don't have the luxury of the really good weapons. So basically now I'm just looking to take care of the freaker ears that are over in the areas, and then from there I'm heading over to the last horde. Okay, on to step number 8, and this is a very easy one. Head back over to the Marion Forks Nero Checkpoint and basically use the sleep option in order to get it to early daytime. So this was one of the reasons I wanted the Marion Forks Nero Checkpoint actually open. It does serve as a fantastic fast travel option, but as well as this, it also serves as a good point for basically being able to change the times of day basically. So before I even do that though, I want to make sure that I've got plenty of fuel in the bike, and because I know there's fuel here, might as well take the time to basically use it. And also there's a few items in here as well. I'll just take those too. Now, once I've got the bike filled up, I'm basically going to head into the Nero building here, and then I am going to use the sleep option, and it will have to be used twice because it is still daytime, but I don't want any possibilities of nighttime coming for taking out the last horde, so this basically ensures that simply doesn't happen. Right then folks, on to the location of this particular horde that I'm going to be taking out now, and it's the White King Mine Horde. I'm basically marking one spot on the map there, and then from there I'm looking to take the cursor up to that spot right there. That is where the White King Mine Horde is residing at this point in time. So this is it folks, it's the final fight, and as always I do have another very unique method in order to take out this horde. It's a nice, simple, easy, clean way of getting the job done. So I've basically just got to make my way through this tunnel. Now, once I get out at the other side, I'm turning the bike around because yes, I'm heading up that way, but I want to basically open the back of this police car, and I'm going to get the ammunition that's inside because I don't have a great deal of ammunition left at all at the moment, so that will just top me up nicely. I don't need a huge amount given the way that I'm going to be taking them out, but it's always handy to have some ammunition. So, okay, at this point it is just heading over to the White King Mine Horde, and in about another minute or so's time, this will be done, and I will have earned the SMP 9. So, yeah, this is a little bit annoying here, folks. It's just basically a case of parked just a tad too near to that bush there, but never mind. That's job done there. Now,
Let's take a look around.
I'm just heading over this way very briefly, just to make sure there are no nasty surprises waiting for me, i.e. any marauders. And there's not, because if you are going to get any nasty surprises around here, that's usually where you're going to get them from. So I can see there's one or two more plants around here. I'm just going to take the time to loot them while I'm here. But basically this is the plan for the last horde, folks. I'm basically going to enter the mine here. Once I'm in the mine, I'm looking to get to one specific spot where I'm going to let loose with a grenade. That will lower their numbers nicely. And then from there I'm going to take them to a very specific location in order to finish them off. And it will be mainly Molotovs that I will take them out with, because where I'm going to take them to is going to be a very nice spot where they're going to be very tightly bunched. So I'm basically heading for this bridge. Now you'd think I'd be going to the end of it. No, I'm not. Over here, up onto this rock. Now, you're not untouchable from this rock, but you're not far off it. It's very, very difficult for any of the freakers to get to this position. And from here, I'm just going to basically take out the last of this horde with Molotovs. Yeah, nice easy job, folks. Okay, taking a fair old bit of time here to actually burn. Yeah, at this point I'm starting to become a tad impatient, but I do have some ammunition left still, so I'm just going to use it. There's not that many of them left. And there we have it, folks. That is the fourth horde taken care of. And where is it? Fantastic. That is it, folks. That is the SMP-9. I have now unlocked it. Now, worth noting, folks, at the moment, I still do not actually have the SMP-9. I have unlocked it, but in order to actually be able to use it, I have to go to either one of the camps or to one of the Nero checkpoints. Anywhere, basically, that has a locker facility. Basically from there you just go into the locker and then basically select the weapon that you want. I will show that at the end of this video, but quite literally now all I am doing is I'm going into the mine, I'm getting the last of the free careers, but also there is a Nero injector in here. You might as well take advantage of the fact that you've cleared out this place and basically use it. And again, for me, it's going to be focus. But also worth knowing, folks, effectively what I have now done by showing all of this is I have cleared all of the hordes from the Cascade region that are currently unlocked, because there is only 3 of them, and I've taken all 3 of those out. And also the Belknap region is also a tad safer because there is currently 4 hordes in that region, and I have taken out the horde that is right in the middle of the map pretty much. The other 3 hordes are at the very far ends of the region, basically in the north, in the south, and over to the far west. But there we go, folks. That is it. Job done. And before I go, I will just show a little demonstration of the SMP-9 in action.
How you feeling, Booze Man?
Not great. A lot of pain. Raider patrol